Wait, where's my coffee? Phew. Okay, we can start the video now. What's up, guys? Today I thought it would be fun to do a little May TBR. So these are the books that I'm really excited to read in May, but also I thought it would be fun to share a birthday book haul because I just had my birthday. So I received 3 books. One of them I totally gifted myself. The other 2 were gifts, and it's hilarious because they all have a very clear theme. So funny. I feel like people are just starting to pick up on like my obsession with gardens, gardening, flowers, plants in general, garden design, people. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you my birthday book haul first, and then I'm going to get into the May TBR. I have 6 books in total to share with you guys. So here we go. Let's start out with the book I bought myself, okay? And it is The Secret Garden. I listened to the audiobook of The Secret Garden this past month. I did not have a physical copy, and that made me really sad because it is one of my favorite books now of all time. So a physical copy was necessary. Now, I'm one of those people, I belabor over like the editions of a book. I really want certain covers that just like give the right vibes, so to speak. I liked that it had, a beautiful illustration on the cover. It carries around to the back. Ooh, pretty. Even on the well, actually check this out. It's got these purple sprayed edges. What? And then on the inside, like more illustrations, and each little tiny thing like means something in the book. And the other thing that's kind of cool about it is that there are little illustrations as you're going along reading the book. Let me find the one that's happy. My husband saw one of the pictures, one of the illustrations. He was like, is that a Gothic style art? Like, I don't know how I feel about that. They look kind of sad. Yes, there is a lot of sadness in The Secret Garden, and some of the pictures are kind of sad. For the most part though, it's a book about hope. Like, I have a whole video on this, just check it out. Okay, this is one of the beautiful illustrations on the inside. And I just thought, how fun. I'm going to be reading this book out loud to my daughter, and to have a book that also has like these beautiful pictures along the way. So much fun. So I am honored to have this copy. I will link below which edition I grabbed from Amazon, so you can check it out for yourself if you like this. Okay, next up I have a book gifted to me by my friend Bailey. Thank you so much, Bailey. It is Florography. This is an illustrated guide to the Victorian language of flowers. So I thought, how fun. They're gorgeous illustrations. I saw this book in a Barnes & Noble recently, and I thought, wow, that is stunning. And because I love learning about flowers and just not only where they grow best, how best to take care of them, but also as a writer, I find it fascinating to learn kind of the historical significance of the flower, the Latin root, what they originally were thought to mean symbolically when gifted to someone or growing somewhere. Oh, like this here. Look at this illustration. I just find that to be so beautiful. It says here of the anemone origin. The anemone's association with forsaken love can be traced back to Greek mythology. The flower is said to have sprung from Aphrodite's tears as she mourned the loss of her beloved Adonis. Pair this with camellia to show longing for what could have been. Yarrow to help heal a broken heart. Okay, that one's kind of sad. Let's try to find one that's happy. Okay, aster. Look, it says here, meaning daintiness. Carnation, meaning mother's eternal love. Okay, that's cute. Like maybe I can find flowers that mean certain things historically that I can put in my garden, and it can just be blossoming with this meaning everywhere you look in the space. I just love that. I love knowing there's this hidden language of flowers. And so many good like character names in here. I think borrowing from plants for character names as a writer is just too fun. Okay, so this one's a blast. Love this one. Florography. Okay, and then the next one was a huge request of mine. My hubby picked up on that and snagged this one for me. Thank you, Hubs, you're the best. I love you. It is, people, a hefty book. And it is one that you use in the garden. You get it dirty in the soil, and it is The Gardening Book by Monty Don. Okay, if you have been around my channel, you know that I love Gardener's World, a BBC TV show starring Monty Don, where he takes you through his garden, and you also get to see other gardens, and he is just like the top expert on gardening in England, in my opinion. And this book is like your one-stop shop, incredibly detailed resource. So if you're like me and you're constantly wondering, like, will this tree thrive in this corner? Like, what should I plant in this shady border? How do I deal with this really heavy clay soil that I have? You know, those are the kinds of questions that are bugging me right now. And it's just too much fun, you guys. Monty, first of all, he's a dad, he's a grandpa, he just gets like real life. And so he even breaks down garden design, how to design your garden if you have kids, playing and being rough in the space. What types of things should you plant if you're looking for privacy in your space, or you want a garden that feels very peaceful and is an antidote to chaos? Like, you want a place that you can escape, how to create that aspect. You know, there's so many beautiful pictures, and it's really a resource. I feel like I can be out there in the garden, I can pull this book open and I can just flip to the section that I'm curious about, that I need information on, and I can just find out right away, you know, what to do with the plants that are in my own space. So this is just a fabulous resource. And for the gardener in your life, like, this would be a great book to give if they also love books. And I think these types of how-to kind of books are such great gifts because it's a gift that keeps on giving, right? Like, I'm going to produce things that because I've read about how to take care of them in this book. So it is fantastic. Definitely check it out if you're curious. Love, love, love this book. Okay, how cute is this like little quote on the back? I just have to read this. Think of your garden like a meal. When you select a recipe, you're choosing it based on inclination, experience, and circumstance. Making a garden, big or small, uses exactly the same process. Indeed it does, Monty. Now for my May TBR. So these are the books that I'm hoping to get to in May. Will I get to them? I don't know. I'm a bit of a mood reader, so I might go for something else. Who knows? But there's the good intentions, right? Okay, so the first one is Kill Her Twice by Stacey Lee. This was recommended by a friend, and I already started it, and I'm really enjoying it. I'm really getting into historical fiction as of late. I was never really like into that. I always would focus on fantasy more and like murder mystery. Just so happens this is a murder mystery. This story follows two sisters, Gemma and May. Set in the 1930s, they live in Los Angeles in the Chinatown area of LA. Gemma and May discover the body of Lulu Wang, a very popular actress at the time, and they immediately suspect foul play. So I believe it's really just a mystery about these two sisters trying to solve this, coming up against adversity and racism during this time, and just them trying to overcome different odds and trying to uncover the truth. And my friend who recommended it has told me nothing but good things. It's also my first time reading a book by Stacey Lee. I know many people absolutely adore Stacey Lee's books, and so I'm very excited to make Kill Her Twice the first one that I read by her. Okay, now the other books on my list I don't actually have physical copies of. Honestly, most of these books I'm going to start out on audio because that's just easier for my life right now, busy lady. So it's nice to just kind of have a book playing in my ear while I'm doing dishes or driving. Like, it's so convenient. I can finish books so much faster that way. So the next one on this list is Set the Stars Alight by Amanda Dykes. Now, this will be my first time reading a book by Amanda Dykes. She is a beloved Christian author, and I've just heard really good things about her work. So many people are huge fans of hers. I've heard that she has kind of a poetic, almost lyrical, very romantic like style of writing. So I'm really intrigued by that and curious to hear how that sounds. Set the Stars Alight follows, I believe, 2 different people. I believe it's dual timeline even. Lucy Claremont's family treasured the magic of the past, and her childhood fascination with stories of the high seas led her to become a marine archaeologist. But when tragedy strikes, it's Dashiell, an American forensic astronomer, and his knowledge of the stars that may help her unearth the truth behind the puzzle she's discovered in her family home. 200 years earlier, the seeds of love are sown between a boy and a girl who spend their days playing in a secret sea cave, while the privileged young son of the estate looks on, wishing to join. As the children grow and war leads to unthinkable heartbreak, a story of love, betrayal, sacrifice, and redemption unfolds, held secret by the passage of time. As Lucy and Dash journey to a mysterious old estate on the East Sussex coast, their search leads them to a community of souls and a long hidden tale that may hold the answers and the healing they so desperately seek. So East Sussex coast, the sea, an old ship on the cover, like the stars, like so many different things are just piquing my interest, literally from the cover alone and the title. And just like, it sounds like maybe it would be a good summer read even. I love books set on the coast with sea caves and secrets and treasures to be found. And so I'm just really interested, and I can't wait to see how this goes. The next one on this list is Dear Henry, Love Edith by Becca Kinzer. I keep hearing about this one all over YouTube. I keep hearing people talk about how much they love it, how cute it was, how romantic. It's a sweet romance, I believe. And it's really about 2 people who end up having a room together, but they have opposite schedules, work schedules. So they like never meet for a really long time. They just exchange like notes in the kitchen. But I believe they're not aware that they actually have met like in real life. And I think in real life, maybe they don't like each other, or maybe it's the other way around. Clearly, I know a lot about this book. Let me just read you what it's about. After a short and difficult marriage, recently widowed Edith Sherman has learned her lesson. Forget love, forget marriage. She plans to fill her 30s with adventure. As she awaits the final paperwork for a humanitarian trip to South Africa, she accepts a short-term nursing position in a small Midwestern town. The last thing she needs is a handsome local catching her eye. How inconvenient is that? Henry Hobbs isn't exactly thrilled to have Edith, who he assumes is an elderly widow, dumped on him as a house guest for the summer, but he'd do almost anything for his niece, who is practically like a sister to him, given how close they are in age. Since Edith will be working nights and Henry works most days, when he and Edith keep missing each other in person, they begin exchanging notes. Short messages at first, then longer letters, sharing increasingly personal parts of their lives. What's supposed to be cute about this too is that they both assume the other person is like way older than them because their names, right? Edith, Henry Hobbs, like, okay, I could see that, you know? So there seems to be a lot of potential for this book to just be absolutely adorable. The cover has this bright sunshiny yellow and like this retro looking toaster with letters popping out of it. Like the cover, it's so cute. It's so cute. So I really hope I like this. I haven't picked up a romance in a long time. Haven't really been in the mood for one, but if this one grabs me from the first page, I will keep going with it, my friends. Other books, which I'm not like seriously putting on this list, but I'm just like stoked to get to this year. I want to reread The Hobbit. I want to read The Last Battle by C.S. Lewis. Trying to finish my Chronicles of Narnia and then start the whole thing over. There's so many good books, a lot of just like classics. A Wrinkle in Time, I gotta reread that one, guys. So many good books to come and not enough time. But audiobooks are great, they are helping me out big time. I will report back when I can. We shall see what I actually picked up, what I actually read, what I actually liked. And let me know in the comments, what are you most excited to read in the month of May? I am always looking for recommendations, so let me know below. And until next time, I will see you in the next video. Bye, guys!